So the minute I saw this cool cooking hack on the internet, I knew I had to give it a shot. So I just dipped that weenie in this waffle mix. And then I put it right into my mini waffle maker. Ooh, if it gets messy, it's okay. I always say if I'm not getting messy in the kitchen, I'm doing something wrong. All right, put that down. You let that sit. I just know my son is gonna absolutely adore these. Since he was a little baby boy, he would just eat those little corn dogs from the freezer day after day. It got to a point where he didn't want to make anything else but the weenies. So, you know, I figured that this could be a cool new way for my son to eat. But of course, I gotta make sure he has some vitamins. So I'm making a cute little fruit salad today. I got strawberries here. He loves strawberries. He always says strawberries remind him of summer because we love to go down to the pool and get some strawberries and sugar. That's Jimmy. He likes everything with sugar. Weenies with the sugar, all that maple syrup all over him. Strawberries with the sugar, but can you blame him? He's a grown boy. So I like to cut my strawberries real thin because I don't want my little boy choking. You know, some parents like to give strawberries whole, but I think that they are a little crazy because whole strawberries are a choking threat. So I make sure my boy, woo, that is looking good, but you want to keep it there a little bit longer. Get back to cutting that fruit nice and thin so no one's choking. Last thing I want to do is use a Heimlich maneuver. So I'm gonna cut all these strawberries up and I'm gonna use probably 3 fruits total, but you can use any fruits you want. You can use berries, like blueberries, or you can use blackberries. You can use strawberries just like I am. You can use boysenberries. You can even use apples. You know, Jimmy loves a good Honeycrisp, but those are some of the most expensive apples out there. So I'm always trying to get him to use something else, like one of those Gala apples or those Granny Smith apples. But he always says, Mommy, no, I want Honeycrisp apples. So what do? I get him Honeycrisp apples. So next up, I'm gonna use some blueberries. You might think these are small, but trust me, they are dangerous. So I like to cut these in half too, just to make sure no one's coughing anything up. I'm gonna go check on my waffle again. Ooh, that looks good. So I'm gonna take that out. Wow. You dip it in ketchup, dip it in syrup, whatever you want. Next up, I'm gonna put my little sausage in it. I made them into stars because my boy Jimmy is a star. I always tell him, Jimmy, you make me so proud, buddy. Whoop. Looks like that one took a turn, but that's okay. I got one more star right here. Ooh.
It was a shooting star.
Shooting star. And you're gonna wanna put that right back into your waffle maker and close it real tight. You gotta put that thing in there, give it all your might. All right. And now I'm gonna continue. Yeah, you're gonna put this, anything big and large, you're gonna put it right on top of there. And then you're gonna get back to cutting your fruit. So, like I said, any fruit works. Blueberries, strawberries. I did not get any of those Honeycrisp apples I was talking about because they were not on sale. And I am a coupon girl. So if they're not on sale, honey, I am not getting them. So I got some blackberries here. Jimmy loves blackberries. So I cut them in half. You can cut them into fourths, into fifths, whatever your child likes. You know, I'm making this for my son Jimmy, but you can make them for your friends. You can make them for your coworkers. You'll be the best coworker at that Christmas party, let me tell you. Oh my goodness, people are gonna fall in love with you. These little bad boys bring you back to your childhood. Let me check on that thing. That thing's steaming up. Ooh, it's looking real good. So you're gonna put that back in there. Put something heavy right back on top and just let that sizzle. If you're hearing a sizzle, you know you're doing something right. So get back to cutting those fruits up. You know, I'm cutting fruits today, but you can even get crazy and cut some veggies up. You know, it is very difficult to make a kid eat veggies, but you know, you make them look good enough, they will eat anything. That is something I've learned. So give that thing a good cut. Sometimes what I like to do is get some spinach and cut it up real good, and I tell them, you know, this is green sugar. And they listen to anything I say, so you'll be okay. Let's check on our skewer real quick. Woo, that looks amazing. So I'm gonna put that to the side. Next up, I'm gonna make these little string cheese. I cut them in half, and I just thought these would look so cute. It's like those mozzarella sticks, but you know, homemade. And string cheese is healthy for a grown boy. Whew. Here we go. Back to the waffle maker we go. Give that thing a good push. And then you're gonna get that heavy object, put it right back on there so your hands can get busy with that fruit once again. There we go. So I got some green grapes here. Jimmy doesn't really like those purple grapes, so I get him green grapes. Green's his favorite color. He says, "Mommy, I like green grapes because it's the color of grass." And he loves grass. He sits in that grass all day long. And I am so thankful, honestly, because there's a lot of these kids out there that, you know, they don't want to play outside, but he does. Sometimes too much. So you give those grapes a good cut right down the middle. Make sure no one's gonna choke on them. Ooh. Give that skewer a check. Ooh, that is looking fantastic. Looking so good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all that fruit into a cute little glass. I'm gonna start with these blackberries. Put them right there. I'm gonna get some of my grapes. I like to put the fruit in at different times. That way different colors are going on, and that makes it way more exciting for my boy. You know, if you put all the fruit in at one time, it's just gonna look like a blob. So to avoid that, put them in at different times. All right, this is looking really, really nice right now. So like I said, fruit can go on the side, veggies can go on the side, anything goes really well on the side. But as long as you have those sausage skewers, hot dog skewers, cheese skewers, you are gonna be a hit to your family, to your coworkers, to your husband. If your husband is getting a little bored with things, this is what you can do to get that excitement back. Let me tell you, I'm excited because things have been rough. So go ahead and finish putting that fruit up there. And just like that, you have a beautiful fruit salad. Now let's check on our last skewer. Wow, that looks amazing. So it got all golden. So you probably want to leave these in for anywhere from a minute to 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It depends on what you put in there. A pretty plate. I feel like when food is plated correctly, it's just so much more appetizing. So you got all the skewers and your fruit. And all I used today were some home basics that everyone has in their kitchen. I used some pancake mix, some sausage patties, any sausage patties work, some syrup, and of course what I'm gonna do now is top everything off with some syrup. You could do all the skewers, but I'm just gonna just came in and made me have a big old frown because he said this looks terrible. So I think this looks better. Kind of what they do on that home kitchen network, right? And I'm gonna put a little drizzle in the back because that's what all those fancy restaurants do. So, woo! Just like that, it's done. Let me know what you think. I think that this turned out just beautiful.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, this is ridiculously good. Try this one, honey. I'll try everything you give me, babe. Honestly, babe, no one does it like you, I swear to God.